And stay tuned as we'll have a companion video on the top 3 reasons why the Cavaliers will repeat as champions. Last year in the NBA Finals, we all remember how the Warriors built a seemingly insurmountable margin over the Cavaliers. Through a perfect storm of suspension, injury, and an all-time 3-game stretch from LeBron James, we all know the punchline. The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. Well, this year is a lot different, so let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Warriors won't blow a 3-1 lead. Number 3, this is not last year's Steph Curry. While Steph's stats were not bad in the finals last year, something seemed to be missing from his game. Call it energy, call it being hurt. Whatever the case, he simply struggled to give the Warriors the boost they were accustomed to, and it contributed mightily to the team faltering down the stretch. But this year, Steph looks a bit different. There just seems to be a little bit more pep in his step, more vim and vigor, a vitality to his playmaking that has raised the Warriors' level of play. During last year's finals, Curry just didn't seem to move with much explosion and seemed to get worn down by all the uncalled contact when he cut through the lane. Rather than look to create towards the basket, he'd settle for contested fadeaway jumpers. If you compare that to how he's been moving in their offense this year, there's a noticeable difference. First off, he's back to getting quick ball screens out high, and his explosion in turning the corner was something we didn't see last year. And the confidence and swagger is back. Last year, he looked like he was running in 3 inches of water. Now he's lifting his feet to split, dance, and explode to the hoop and finish through contact. His playoff numbers so far have been back to his lofty standards, and he has regained much of his role as a pick-and-roll attacker out top, whose gravity and aggressiveness opens up the entire offense. Another thing to note, Steph averaged 4.2 turnovers for the entire playoffs last year, and it crept up to 4.3 in the finals. He has shaved a full turnover per game off of that so far in the playoffs, indicating a renewed focus on taking care of the ball, a focus he didn't have last year that led to disastrous results in Game 7. And if you want to see Steph Curry or LeBron James in person, you need to use SeatGeek, simply the best way to find tickets to sporting events or concerts. With just a few taps, you'll instantly find seats with a grade to let you know how good the price is, plus you can see the vantage point from the seat. And if you use my code BBall, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. I just bought Billy Joel tickets with the app and had a blast. Every purchase is fully guaranteed, so you know your seats are as legit as a wide-open Steph Curry jumper from way downtown. Let's move on to the second reason why the Warriors won't blow a 3-1 lead: their offense. In the Eastern Conference Finals, the Cavaliers held the Celtics to an offensive rating of 102.5, a full 6 points lower than their regular season average. But was it really great Cavs defense, or the Celtics missing shots? The Cavs D had some good moments in their 5-game series, but let's examine the high number of open shots the Celtics got and missed, and compare those same actions to what might happen with the Warriors in those situations. The Celtics' motion offense has similarities to the Warriors, like this low-post entry into a split where Jerebko screens for Bradley. The Cavs' rotations have been poor most of the season, and when 2 players go to the cutter, it leaves Jerebko wide open, but he couldn't hit it. Now imagine this was the Warriors running their vaunted low-post split, where it's Curry coming around that screen. See the difference? On this weak side screen by Horford, Bradley cuts back door, and the Cavs again have 2 guys run to him, leaving the screener wide open out top, but he can't hit it. Similar action by the Warriors, but Steph is a sneaky good off-ball screener, and Draymond Green is on fire, shooting a scorching 47% from behind the line in this year's playoffs. The Celtics would run a weak side cutter off a double pin down on the weak side, and the Cavs bigs would be inconsistent about when they would step up to help, and it led to a lot of wide open shots. The Warriors run very similar hawk action with pistol on the left side and the double down on the right, The difference is that it's Klay Thompson making the semi-contested shots as opposed to Avery Bradley missing them. Boston liked to set a quick pin down away from the ball to spring a shooter open, and it's Avery Bradley again who struggled mightily to hit anything from beyond the arc. The Warriors get this from all over the court, and Patrick McCaw is shooting a very solid 39% from back there as he gets a good look on a pin down. While they didn't do it nearly enough, the Celtics were able to attack Kevin Love in the pick and roll and get great shots off of it. It left Love slow-footed and way behind the spot up after the screen, where they would get open shots but couldn't consistently hit them. The Warriors mix everything up, with Curry setting the ball screen on equally slow-footed Pau Gasol, then taking advantage of the pop to the three-point line for the open jumper. As more evidence of a more explosive Steph Curry, here's their regular motion-weak offense. Curry tries to set a cross screen for Durant, who opts to use the flex action to cut to the top. Curry trails him to set a ball screen, gets an opening, and while the Spurs contain it, this is the kind of action the Cavaliers have struggled with, particularly Kyrie, who will have to remain focused for the whole possession or risk giving up wide open jumpers because Steph never stops moving. And there are lineups the Warriors can throw out there where everyone is a serious three-point threat. With the way Draymond can screen and pop out, Thompson and Love will have problems getting to him, and if they choose to leave him open to contain the other threats, well, we already told you how well he's shooting from beyond the three-point line, and that's on over 4 attempts per game. It's hard to picture the Cavs defense able to contain such quick ball movement enough to keep the Warriors from hitting shots like this for very long. They understand how to attack the middle, force switches and rotations, and make even great defenses look bad, scrambling all over the court to keep up. And finally, the number one reason why the Warriors will not blow a 3-1 lead? 2 words: Kevin Freakin Durant. Say what you want about his decision to jump to the Warriors this year, but it's given us some of the most exciting basketball we've ever seen in the NBA. When the ball isn't being whipped around the court in Globetrotter fashion, KD can simply isolate and get a good shot whenever he wants. And what we saw in the regular season leads me to believe it will be no different in the finals. The Cavs simply had no answer for his length, quickness, strength, and elite shot making. First off, when he's out in transition, he's one of the most unstoppable forces on the floor, since he can handle the ball, shoot off the bounce, all at 7 feet tall with a quickness unmatched by anyone that height. And if he gets the rebound and pushes, it will expose a big weakness: the Cavaliers' transition defense. The only guy who could have success getting back is LeBron, but I'm not even sure he'd be able to do much against a guy who can finish like this. And because he has the ability to bring the ball up to initiate, there will be plenty of times where a guard like Shumpert is forced to pick him up, and that should yield easy shots. If the Warriors can put lineups out there that force Kevin Love to guard him, that will be a win for Golden State. In the regular season, LeBron didn't defend him much at all, and I imagine that will change a little bit in the finals, and he'll have to significantly improve his effort getting around screens to have any effect on the pin downs the Warriors set for Durant during the course of their flow offense. Tristan Thompson doesn't quite have the quickness to keep Durant from getting into the lane for the short shot off the pick and pop if LeBron switches off. And if the Cavs have been saving Richard Jefferson for the finals in order to guard Kevin Durant, well, nothing we saw this year indicated he'll have any amount of success stopping him. Plus, they can involve Love in the pick and roll out top, and that should be layup after open jump shot all game and series long. Defensively, Durant has shown he can handle LeBron James in the half court. He is so long he can back off and dare James to shoot the long shot, but still get there to contest once LeBron is in the air. And if LeBron doesn't get back on these shots, well, watch out. Without question, you'll see KD back off of LeBron a lot and dare him to shoot that long contested shot. And if LeBron takes the bait, it should spell disaster for the Cavaliers' offense. If they try to attack with pick and rolls, look how well KD got around these screens. His effort here would blow up the whole philosophy of the Cavs' offense, which is to force the switch onto a mismatch. If they can't get that mismatch, KD can make life difficult for LeBron. Of course, the Cavs will surely try to attack him down low with Kevin Love, but KD has a kind of wiry strength and length that profoundly bothers him. Simply put, Love couldn't get anything going against KD down low no matter how hard he tried to bully him down there. Durant has shown the ability to hold him off from getting too close to the basket, then pressure the shot with his long arms, making these very difficult. And it didn't matter if Durant wasn't guarding him, he can cover a lot of ground very quickly to disrupt Love's shot. We saw LeBron try to bully him down there a little bit, and KD showed he can handle that down there as well. And Durant's improvement as a weak side help defender has given the Warriors a whole other level of rim protection, as LeBron found out once he blew by his primary defender. In the Christmas Day matchup, LeBron had some success against KD, but it was primarily on long outside shots that he hit, contested ones that I'm sure the Warriors would be glad to give up, since it means he's not creating easier shots for his teammates. And I'm sure they'd take a chance on a KD contest over the course of a 7-game series. So there you have it, sports fans. Those are the top 3 reasons why the Warriors won't blow a 3-1 lead in the finals this year. And if you like this, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the bell to enable notifications. We'll have our top 3 keys for the Cavaliers coming up shortly, so you won't want to miss any of our great finals content. You in?